Eh. What is this? It's so black. Oh, hey. I didn't see you there. Good morning! So I was up reading. You might have wondered where I've been, right? I haven't posted a video in a really long time. So I'm going to tell you where I've been. Lots of places. First, I was in this year alone. I was in Miami, and then I was in Idaho, and then I was in England, and then I was in Idaho again, living in a family member's basement for a few weeks. And then I was in Wilmington, North Carolina, and then the Outer Banks, North Carolina, in a beach house at yoga school. And now I'm in Georgia. It's only June, and I've lived all of those places. And in the process, I haven't really uploaded much videos. Most of that is because I haven't had internet, but I'm starting to realize it was because I was allowing myself the opportunity to really get to know myself in a new way. And I recorded videos the entire time, by the way, so you're not going to miss out on any of that breakdown / spiritual awakening, as Brene Brown calls it. And I'm going to be able to go back and kind of talk you guys through it. And I wanted to start here in my bikini, with my stomach rolled over, plucking my belly button hair to have that conversation about where I've been and what it is that I do as a wellness coach, as a health and happiness coach is what I really am. And my journey, if you've been following me from the very beginning, I'm a YouTuber and a blogger, and I've been on this journey. It started with a journey to fix my body, right? I was weighing over 200 pounds, and I was uncomfortable and fat and didn't fit any of my clothes and all this stuff, and just so sad and uncomfortable, and hated going shopping, would cry in the dressing room, all of these things that I'm not alone in feeling, right? Everybody has felt this way. Every woman has felt this way at some point or another. Whether or not you're a size 0 or a size 15, you felt this way. Why? Because society makes us feel this way. And this morning, we're not even going to get to this yet. This morning, I was reading, it's about the Pretty Little Liars star. I don't know what her name is. I don't watch Pretty Little Liars because all my friends have lost their lives to Pretty Little Liars, and I'm reserved that for Orange is the New Black and Game of Thrones and things with a mature rating, right? I prefer sex and language in my TV. What is her name? Sasha Pierce? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But she's gotten all this media flack about how she's gained weight. And that she responded by saying, apologizing, right? She responded on Instagram with a picture that says, "I'm currently under construction. Thank you for your patience." And a lot of you have noticed my body has undergone some changes, and I want to clear the air and give you some explanation. I've been facing a bad hormone imbalance and thrown my body completely out of whack. I want to assure you that I'm healthy and getting everything back on track. And it's posted in this article that's praising her for speaking out and defending herself, right? And she also in it goes to say, we live in a judgmental society. Every kind of flaw, including weight gain, is in the same category. I can't know suddenly now because I'm on here. You and your health matters, not everybody else's opinions and assumptions of you. And she said, be sure to take care of your body and take care of yourself in a healthy way. And it's part of this article that's praising her for speaking out and failing to recognize that before speaking out and telling people to take care of themselves in a healthy way, she's apologizing and defending her body and defending her weight gain and defending anything as though she has something to defend. And so I decided to record this video like this in my swimsuit. If you remember seeing my pictures, I'm going to post them on my blog with this video. My pictures of me in September for a modeling shoot, and I've done this a couple times. I call it photo shoot ready body, right? And how that's not what my body looks like right now. And being a wellness coach and being somebody who did this journey and got my body from I was over 210 pounds to that picture where I'm photo shoot ready, right? And it's the best my body's like ever, like healthy. It's the best my body's ever been, and just from looks and confidence and everything. And I remember being at that photo shoot and feeling like unstoppable and just moving and sitting and laying and whatever, not being concerned about how my body felt. And then I started traveling a lot, and I had gone through a breakup, called off my wedding, and so then you get breakup diet, which is bitchin', obviously. And then I started dating my husband and met him, and we got married, and we started traveling and went to England and all this stuff, and I put on about 20 pounds. And it's part of what made me like disappear a little bit. I felt this guilt and I felt this shame for my body, and I felt embarrassed and like I needed to defend myself. And someone, I went and got my hair cut, and a friend said to me like, oh, so you just got over the super skinny thing, right? Like, I know it's really hard. And then other people had made comments about like my weight and how much it messed with me psychologically, to where I felt hi butterfly, where I felt the need to like defend or make excuses for why, as if like the fact that I was traveling and eating a shit ton of french fries is any of your business, okay? As if it matters, as if the fact that this body with 20 more pounds on it, or this body at 210 pounds is any different or makes me any different for it. And it doesn't, right? And that's why I'm here, and that's what I'm here to do and help. The message I'm here to help promote. And I was reading Brene Brown this morning, and it really, if you haven't ever read her, she's got a really amazing TED Talk. She originally started studies on shame, and it led to these studies of wholehearted living and vulnerability. And she says, despite where this book will be shelved in your local bookstore, I'm not sure that this work is about self-help. I think it's an invitation to join the wholehearted revolution. A small, quiet grassroots movement that starts with each of us saying, my story matters because I matter. A movement where we can take the streets with our messy, imperfect, wild, stretch marked, I've got stretch marks all over the inside of my thighs. I'll show them to you guys. And all over the back of my thighs, too. Stretch-marked, wonderful, heartbreaking, grace-filled, joyful selves. A movement fueled by the freedom that comes when we stop pretending that everything is okay when it isn't. A call that rises up from our bellies when we find the courage to celebrate those intensely joyful moments, even though we've convinced ourselves that savoring happiness is inviting disaster. And that's one of those things that has held me back from talking and held me back from uploading and making more videos, is that I have felt like I look around and I have everything that I've ever wanted. And I've been here before where I had everything I ever wanted, and I woke up and I was unhappy. And I haven't woken up unhappy per se, but I've woken up with this fear and like this pit in my stomach, afraid that it's going to go away. We do that for some reason. We think like, well, this happiness, this joy, this thing that I have right now, it obviously can't last. And then we self-sabotage and we like screw it over and screw ourselves over. That's what that does. There are so many bugs in Georgia, by the way. Everybody's like, what's Georgia like? Buggy. Lots of bugs is what Georgia's like. And coming to the conclusion that that's only going to go away if I let it. And that fear, by holding on and clinging to that fear and waking up every day afraid to think like, well, what's going to happen to crumble my happy little world to the ground today, is just going to manifest and create that thing that I'm so afraid of. And the fact that I was afraid to post and share my body like this, after sharing it, you know, photo shoot ready, like, and I do have stretch marks. Like, let's get up close enough to where you guys, I gotta move this, turn my screen back on so I can see it. Like, I have stretch marks all over, and I've got cellulite too. Like, can we get cellulite in the picture? I don't know, but I've got it in photos. I'll show it to you guys. Cellulite, and if you get close enough, you can see my bikini line that's got stubble from a whole 3 days. And you know what else has happened? This. Look at this. Look at this. This is my armpit hair. It's only on one side. This side I've shaved. And I had to leave it so that I could show you guys before I shaved it, because that has recently gotten like viral attention in our society. These women growing out and dyeing their armpit hair and making these really loud statements against like the perception of female body hair is disgusting. And And I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to make this like insanely loud blue dyed armpit hair statement against it, but I went to yoga school and I was there surrounded by a bunch of other women, and somehow the conversation came up and the recognition that like I didn't even know what my body naturally looked like. I wasn't aware, because as soon as I started growing armpit hair, when I was 12, I started shaving it. And as soon as I started growing pubic hair, when I was in middle school, I started shaving it. Because our generation, that's what you do, right? You look like a naked baby, Brazilians. Admittedly, I tried it. I did the full thing. I saw what my body actually looks like. I prefer Brazilian. But I can only say that now because I've actually come to terms and seen what my body actually looks like. And that's what the armpit hair was for me, that like, I realized I don't even know what my body looks like because I've allowed these ideas of society of what I'm supposed to be beautiful to permeate and dictate everything that I've done. And that, how can I make that choice on myself? How can I decide that I don't like my armpit hair if I don't even know what the hell it looks like, right? So, grew my armpit hair out. Turns out, I prefer no armpit hair, but yeah, look at it, like, right? And you look at it and you think like, ugh, gross. And instead I'm just like, well, I left it long enough to get to a point where it wasn't something that I was uncomfortable with, like to where I would reach across the counter and not be like ashamed or concerned that somebody was going to see it, but just like that this is my body. And that this is my body sitting like this, just as much as like this is my body, right? And that we need to stop allowing our bodies to define our self-worth. And self-worth in a sense that like that your good days, like I posted just a before and after picture the other day of my body in April, and when I had gained some weight and this look on my face where I was just feeling, and respecting that like, yeah, I feel better when I've come to terms with understanding that I feel better when I'm taking care of myself. Because in that picture in April, I wasn't working out. I was injured, so I wasn't able to work out, and I wasn't really eating well. We were getting like Chinese food takeout a lot, even though I was crawling around the floor in our apartment because it made me sick. And now the difference is I'm working out every day. I actually haven't lost that much weight. I think I've lost like 5 pounds. But I'm drinking water, and I'm waking up, and I'm doing personal development. I'm filling myself all these positive things, and I'm surrounding myself with these positive people, and I'm refusing to let these ideas on who I'm supposed to be, and the fact that this, like, my blue hair, and the fact that I'm about to be covered in tattoos and all these things, and that complete strangers I don't know, I'll be at the pool, and someone I don't know will say, like, oh, well, when are you going to get a boob job? And that we have, as women, have internalize these ideas so much that not only do we put them off on ourselves, but we put them off on other people. And we see other women and we see these things in other women, and instead of thinking like, wow, her hair is really beautiful, and then informing her of this, we go, oh wow, I wish I had her hair. Instead of recognizing that we all have the same insecurities, and in comparing ourselves to each other, and somehow for one woman to be something, someone else has to be dropped down to something else. And there's this movement of like, oh, well, I'm a real woman. I'm a real woman because I'm a size 8. No, I'm a real woman because I'm a woman, because I identify as a woman. That's it. And my body and my style and my nothing defines whether or not I'm real. And competing against each other over like, well, I'm an ass and I'm a size 2 and I'm a size is a waste of time. Because all it's doing is filling each other with these insecurities and further perpetuating these ideas that society makes it okay. If we are going to beat each other up, then everybody else gets to beat us up too. What kind of world do you want to live in? Because that's not the kind of world I want my little girl to grow up in. And I want my little girl to be able to look back at me and see a video, not of me looking at my body defending myself, because I have a video where I'm doing that, where I've defended my weight gain. And I've defended what my body looks like now versus in September. And that is not the world or the woman that I'm going to have around for my little girl. And I don't have a little girl yet, but at some point I want to. And recognizing that that's the example I'm going to set, and that's the energy I want to put out into the world. So that's where I've been. I've been getting into a place in my head and getting really healthy and really happy and really stable and falling in love and spending a lot of time focusing on my relationship. I've been married for, it'll be 6 months coming up, but we've only been dating for 7. So really keeping that relationship in that beginning. Like, there's nothing that ever compares to the passion when you first begin in something. And I've written about it, and I recorded a lot of videos, but I also wanted to keep it really close and really safe and really mine. And let people know that, like, it's okay to take time to just focus on you. And it's also okay to just be you, whatever that looks like, right? Whether it's stretch marks, or hair, or unwashed hair, or blue hair, or tattoos, or a size 15, or a size 5, or a size 2. It's about loving yourself and taking care of yourself and being unapologetic in what that is, and in who you are and in what you have to offer to the world. And if you are confused or uncomfortable or unsure of what that is, or scared, or don't want to get vulnerable, or don't have anybody in your life that supports that, because that's what else I know. I know what it's like not to have anybody in your world support you. Then I'm here, and I support you. So reach out and find me. I'm Shantae. You can find me at theconfessional.com. You can also find me on Facebook. Send me a friend request. Every month I host challenge groups. I host mentorship programs. I'm going to start doing a lot of yoga groups. I'm a certified yoga teacher now. Just anything, questions, breakups, relationships. Like, I've had I'll say not an excess, but a plethora, a lifetime of experience shoved into my short 27 years, and realizing that I have that, and that's here so that I can pass it on and I can help people, and I can share my experience and how I've dealt and what I've learned, and you can take that and apply it to your situation and hopefully save yourself some time and learn some of my mistakes. So, yeah, be proud of yourself every single day, and because you woke up today, and as long as you're trying, and as long as you're, just putting forth effort to be better than you were yesterday, then you're succeeding. And I'm proud of you, and I'm really proud of me too. Like, this isn't something I could have done 6 months ago. This isn't something I could have done this isn't something I probably could have done 6 days ago. So know that this is a lot of effort and a lot of work I put into this, but it's also the most rewarding work that you can ever do for yourself, and that's in finding yourself and in learning to truly accept yourself, because when you do that, you can really say, I don't give a shit what you think, and I don't care whether or not you like me, and I'm not going to defend what my body looks like. I'm not going to defend my lifestyle. I'm not going to defend anything, because I'm me and I love me. And that's why I'm here, to help you too. So I'm Shantae. Find me. If you want help, I'm here. New videos coming on a regular basis, and I'm going to go do yoga and work out and shave my armpit hair, because I've seen what it looks like, and no shame on my body or anything. I just prefer my armpits naked, and that's okay, because now I've made that decision after seeing what they're like otherwise. Yeah. Namaste.